Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, listeners, depending on the time frame where you're listening from and your country. Welcome again to to my channel, Africa Concept TV. I have another interesting news for you this morning. Peter Obi reacts to presidential tribunal verdict, discloses next move after yesterday's verdict. Can you imagine that? After yesterday's judgment on Tinubu, do you think Tinubu deserves to come back as the president of this country? After the previous coerce that has been happening in Nigeria as we speak. Can you beat this? I don't belong to any party as you can see. I don't. I'm only supporting Peter Obi because I think not because it's from my tribe, no, but because I think he should be the right person to take this country to the permanent site. Yes, I hate politics in Africa because only the more wicked leaders who are never uh, voted for are declared winners. Can you imagine that? They are never voted for. Look at Tinubu now. He became third in position during this election, and at the end of the election, results was called, and he was declared the winner. That was why Peter Obi and Atiku said, "Oh no, it's not going to happen. It's better for the re-election, rerun." But court really disapproved that, and that was why they fixed the judgment, the last judgment to yesterday, and the judgment is out. The result is out that Tinubu has finally is finally back as Nigerian president. My own is, to me, those that are supporting Tinubu, that have been voting for him, they'll be the ones suffering more. They'll be the ones suffering more. According to what Peter Obi have just said, that it is not over until it's over. They're supporting criminals to snatch power and run with it. Can you imagine? They're the ones supporting them, and they'll be the one to keep suffering. Their suffering will be more than those that did not support, as I've said before. Yes, it will. How did this Tinubu keep this country? They said Tinubu is working to make this country better. If it's a lie, it's not even working any better. It's not better at all. It's solving Nigerian problem by adding problems to the country. Yes, adding problem to the country. Anyways, that's by the way. Let's go into the details of this news. Breaking news: Peter Obi reacts to presidential tribunal verdict, discloses next move. The Nigerian presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has rejected the ruling of the presidential election petition court that upheld the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Niger News recalls the tribunal on Wednesday affirmed the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the February 25th, 2023 presidential election as the rightful winner of the election. The tribunal held that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, did not successfully prove his petition seeking to remove Tinubu from office. The court also struck out the petition filed by Labour Party Peter Obi for lack of merit, while ruling on whether the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) was right to return Tinubu as duly elected by a majority of lawful votes cast. Speaking through its team of lawyers led by Dr. Lizzie Ozuku San, after the court sitting on Wednesday night, Obi vowed to appeal the judgment of the tribunal. The former governor of Anambra warned that if care is not taken, the electoral jurisprudence would disappear in the country, stressing that the court process should be seamless. He stressed that the petitioners who are dissatisfied with the outcome of an election may resort to self-help if they continue to find it very difficult to establish their case owing to obstacles from the government institutions like INEC. He also said that if we are not careful, that our electoral jurisprudence will eventually disappear. I'm saying this very every that with every amount of sincerity because when the litigant who contested the election continues to find it difficult to establish their case due to obstacles on the way, stating starting with INEC, certainty and certainly they may resort to some other means of trying to get justice which may not be lawful. The Labour Party flag bearer also commended the Court of Appeal for introducing live streaming of the judgments to guarantee transparency and accountability. Also, I commend the Court of Appeal for introducing live streaming. You may recall that we appealed and applied to the court to have a live streaming of all the proceedings, but the court, in its wisdom, did not grant the application. But now, in the end, they saw the wisdom in it and the need to guarantee transparency, hence live streaming of the judgment. Certainly, it would have been better if it was live streaming on the entire proceedings so that the public would have the chance to watch and be able to relate properly with the judgment. So I will hope and pray that this time it will be continuous, starting with the beginning of a case. That is the way that you can guarantee transparency because when something is open, Nigerians will see things for themselves and they will make up their minds one way or the other. Peter will be added. This is he is right, yes. He is right. Obi is not trying to threaten Nigeria as a country because the judgment did not go his way. No, he's saying it because of what happened during the election. If there was transparency or screaming, I'm very much sure that this Tinubu will never become the president. Yes, yes, now become the president. So, viewers, what is your take on this news? Your comment concerning this?